Now, we can see Araujo's van drive by. There you go. You see it. About 5 seconds later, black SUV driven by ICE begins to follow him. And this new video comes as a source with preliminary details about the incident, says that Araujo was not the target of their operation this morning. Now, that's extremely significant for many reasons, but one of them is this. An earlier statement from DHS to describe the incident as a, quote, targeted enforcement operation. So it was targeted, and then said that Araujo was attempting to evade the arrest. Now, the video that we'll show you here, posted on Facebook, is how his son says he learned of how Araujo died that day. According to one eyewitness, these are terrible details, but important to know, that he was screaming and he was in pain and he was screaming, "Help me, they shot me."
Stop scrolling. That black SUV in the background, it's about to spark one of the biggest federal investigations of the year. You have to see how this plays out.
We have new surveillance video that we have just gotten in, and what this shows is the crucial moments before Lorenzo Salgado Araujo, the father of 3, who was fatally shot by an ICE officer in Houston on his way to work on Tuesday morning. So what was happening here is that he was driving a crew to a home building site when he was killed. Now,
wait, did you catch that? Look closely at the white van driving through the frame first. That's Lorenzo, a construction worker heading to his job at 5:50 in the morning like he's done for the last 35 years. It looks like a completely normal, quiet morning in Houston, right? But then watch the edges of the frame. The tension here is insane. There's an unmarked vehicle lurking just out of sight before it aggressively tails him. What you are looking at isn't a movie set. It's raw security footage of an unannounced federal operation that ended in a fatal shooting. People are trying to piece together exactly why a routine traffic stop escalated into lethal force so quickly. The craziest part? The agency later admitted he wasn't even the actual target of their raid that morning. It's absolutely wild how one ordinary commute can turn into a nationwide controversy in literally a matter of seconds. Keep your eyes on the pacing of that trailing car. It tells you everything you need to know about the intensity of the pursuit before things went tragically wrong.
Gentleman who was a member of our community was murdered in cold blood in the area behind me. And we need to demand answers from ICE. We need to demand answers from our federal government.
Look at the sheer scale of the crowd mobilizing in the streets. You can literally feel the energy radiating through the screen. We've got people on horseback, individuals in traditional indigenous garments, and hundreds marching shoulder to shoulder, shutting down an entire block. When a community feels ignored, this is exactly what happens. They show up in force to demand transparency. Notice the anger on their faces and the absolute resolve. They aren't just walking, they are demanding answers from federal authorities about the rules of engagement. What's fascinating is how quickly this mobilized. In a matter of days, the outrage shifted from a local neighborhood tragedy to a massive organized demonstration drawing attention from national networks. If you look at the guy in the background holding that massive sign, it really puts into perspective the boiling point this city has reached. It's not just about one incident anymore. It's about a 30-year buildup of tension, fear, and frustration spilling over onto the pavement. You don't get this kind of turnout unless a nerve has been deeply struck.
Araujo allegedly rammed his vehicle and attempted to run over an officer. But we have not obtained surveillance video that shows that. We do, however, have video from an auto shop on Canal Street that captures Salgado Araujo's van driving by, followed by an unmarked SUV. We also have a better understanding of the timeline of events. Salgado Araujo.
Here's a completely different angle from a local auto shop down the street. It's gritty, it's grainy, but it's critical. Check out the difference in speed between the white van and the unmarked black SUV tailing it. This is the exact moment the pursuit crosses the threshold into a high-stakes chase. When you look at how tight that SUV is hugging the bumper, it's no wonder things escalated. What really gets me about this angle is how ordinary the surrounding neighborhood is. Just regular houses, fences, and local businesses waking up for the day. Then suddenly, a targeted federal operation blows right through a residential zone. You can see why the family is demanding this specific tape be analyzed frame by frame. It completely contradicts the initial narrative of a standard low-intensity stop. The way the trailing vehicle accelerates into the frame right at the end, that's aggressive. It makes you question everything about the protocols used during these unannounced operations. It's chilling to know what happens just a few blocks out of frame.
We're taking a live look now at the world famous Little Italy in New York, right there on Mulberry Street. It's what everybody knows. I mean, you come to New York, you want to go see Little Italy, but it doesn't seem that Zoran Mamdani, the mayor, shares that same sentiment. He is now facing criticism over a new city map highlighting immigrant neighborhoods. The map includes communities like Little Pakistan, Little Palestine, Little Yemen. Guess what it doesn't have? Little Italy, along with several well-known Irish and Jewish neighborhoods.
All right, let's switch gears and look at this seemingly innocent graphic for a second. It's an official map published by the city celebrating immigrant enclaves. You've got Little Pakistan, Little Yemen, Little Palestine, all incredibly vibrant parts of the city's cultural fabric. But look closely at what's blatantly missing. Do you see it? There is zero mention of Little Italy, one of the most famous, historically significant neighborhoods in the entire country, completely erased from the municipal record. The local backlash has been absolutely scorching. People are furious. Imagine your ancestors building a cornerstone of a city's identity over a century ago, only for the current administration to just casually forget to put it on a map meant to honor immigrants. The level of bureaucratic oversight here is staggering. It really makes you wonder how these decisions are finalized behind closed doors. Did nobody proofread this, or was it intentional? Either way, the community leaders are demanding a reprint, and it's turning into a massive political headache for the mayor's office over something that should have been an easy win.
The city is calling for transparency and justice after Lorenzo Salgado Araujo was shot by an ICE agent on Canal Street. You can see a growing memorial has been set up here with flowers and candles. Now, he had been in the U.S. for 35 years, his wife and 3 sons, as you can imagine.
Take a look at the heartbreaking aftermath right here on Canal Street. This makeshift memorial has been growing by the hour. Dozens of candles, massive bouquets of flowers, and handwritten messages strapped to a cross. It is a raw, visceral reminder of the human cost behind the headlines. You can see people have stopped to leave personal tokens, and the sheer volume of items shows just how deeply embedded Lorenzo was in his community. This isn't just a news story to the people walking by. This is their neighbor, their friend, the guy they saw every morning for decades. When you pan across the memorial, it's impossible not to feel the heavy, somber atmosphere settling over the neighborhood. The contrast between the bright, vibrant balloons and the tragedy of what happened on that exact patch of sidewalk is deeply unsettling. It's quiet moments like this that ground the entire controversy back into reality. Beyond the politics and the federal investigations, a family is grieving, and a community is trying to find some semblance of peace on a very turbulent street corner.
After nearly 35 years of working to give us the American dream, he made the choice to begin the process of attaining his American dream through a work permit.
According to
It's so important to pause and look at who is actually at the center of this storm. These are personal, intimate family photos of Lorenzo. Just a regular guy, a father of 3, smiling with his loved ones. When we consume news, it's so easy to reduce people to statistics or talking points. But looking at these images, you realize he spent 35 years building an American dream from the ground up, completely dedicated to providing for his kids. He was on his way to a construction site, literally putting in the hard labor that keeps cities running. The stark contrast between these warm, happy family portraits and the grainy, terrifying surveillance footage we saw earlier is just jarring. It humanizes the entire situation in a way that press conferences never will. His family decided to release these specific photos to ensure the public doesn't forget the man behind the tragedy. It really grounds you. Look at the pride in his posture when he's standing with his family. That's what was lost, and that's exactly why his sons are now fighting so fiercely for justice on his behalf. Hat do you guys think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit follow for more breakdowns.